Bizarre Brain Comics. Oh, hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host. This is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. But not this time. This time, I'm going to show a few things, recent pickups that I haven't covered elsewhere before. About a week or so ago, I had stopped in at a thrift store, and the one that had several Archie Digest comics available, and I got 3 of them at that time. And I thought, maybe I got some cash again because it was a cash only place, and I thought I'd stop and see if they still had them. Well, they didn't. I got that big 12-inch Hulk figure there too. They didn't have any more of those Archie books, unfortunately, but that's okay. I got lots of them. But I did get a few things. I got this. This 12-inch. I think it's 12-inch. Maybe it's a 13-inch Captain America figure. This goes along with that Hulk figure I got. This is a movie version of Captain America, of course, from one of the Avengers movies. And so I got the, and hey, it's not bad for $4. And then, but they did have another graphic novel there that I thought, well, the art looks kind of interesting. I don't know, otherwise I don't know anything about it, and it's a long one. This is The Mighty Bite by New York Times best-selling author Nathan Hale. I don't know anything about him or anything about that. And apparently this is part of his, this is what, from Amulet Books, part of his Hazardous Tales series. And I don't know, it's got being character that's kind of a bug. And I looked through it, and I kind of like the artwork, which is one of the reasons why I got it. And we'll see. I think it's supposed to be a kid's graphic novel, but I'm not sure. But hey, $3 for a just like new $15 book. I'll give that a shot. And a few weeks ago, I had stopped in at the Barnes and Noble bookstore and on their magazine racks, and I bought a couple of magazines, horror magazines. Here's Vampiress Carmilla. I've featured some of her stuff many times before, and it's horror, illustrated horror in the fashion of the Warren black and white horror magazines from way back when. And I've read some of them. So I got the Vampiress Carmilla, number 26, and Shudder, number 21, The Wizard's Dying Wish. See inside. The world's #1 illustrated horror magazine. And some more of that. And I've read some of this, but not all of it. And so it's always have some nice artwork, if nothing else, right? And when I was at that thrift store, I forgot. I meant to put this further to the front. This a DVD of Walt Disney's The Sword in the Stone. This is the 45th anniversary edition. So this DVD is quite has been around for quite a while. I don't see a date for when that was released. And I always liked the Sword in the Stone. I read the book that it's based on, and I always liked it. Now the only one I'd like to get like that is The Black Cauldron. I know it's not a real popular one, but I like it, and I like the books it's based on. And I had stopped in at the come on, In the Box. Oh, I had another thing that went with that was that's Out the Box, not In the Box, Out the Box. There it is. Out the box, which is toys and collectible stuff, and they have some comics. And here, for $10, that was pretty good. I found this. It's the Batmanga, yeah, Batman the Jiro Kuwata Batmanga, and I've actually got another copy of this, but it's the large, oversized one that I've had for several years, and I've only read part of it. It's just so too big and awkward, and then that one is printed from photographs of the pages, and it's too big, heavy, and awkward to do much reading in. And this is more amenable to reading. It's the same stories, but so this is cool. I'll get this and read it, and we'll cover that one of these days. But at the same time as that, out the box, I had also picked up this issue of Conan the Adventurer from Marvel Comics #4, and that was the very day that I shot the video for Conan the Adventurer #3. It was right after that, so I was. So now I can read the rest of that story. And then just a few days ago, back at the Barnes & Noble, and coming back from physical therapy, and I stopped in there, and here we go, another couple of issues of Vampirus Carmilla, or issue number 27 with a Frank Frazetta cover, and more of the cool stuff. Cool horror stuff. Oh, it looks like kind of Dracula there. And Shudder number 22. These are the current issues that are out there. There's their top Warren creators. Yeah, because some of the people who worked for Warren are working on this. And another great Frank Frazetta cover. Shudder number 22. And some more great illustrated horror stuff, and I just love these. But then I also had to pick this up then too. This is Castle of Frankenstein, which is not a comic book or comic magazine. It's about horror, mostly horror movies, but in the special issue has the history of EC Comics. There are our EC horror hosts. So this is Castle of Frankenstein number 41. Ooh, and they always have lots of good horror pictures from old horror movies and science fiction movies and the like. So that should be some nice, interesting reading. And oh, it actually does have some comic book stuff in there. So this all looks like some good, clean fun. So I do want to thank you for joining me this time around for a few little pickups, and we'll be seeing some of these another time in the future. But I want to thank you for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, leave your comments down below, and remember, comics are art.